Well, hello everybody. Welcome to This Adventure with Blaze. This is a very special episode because Blaze has a new friend. I have a new riding buddy. And this video will kind of document that. We actually went out this afternoon. I got a ride in it. Andreas got his very first velomobile ride, and everything went pretty darn good. This all started about 2 weeks ago. I was riding through his neighborhood and he flagged me down and we chatted. He got more and more excited as we talked, and we talked for a long time. And he was asking, well, where do you buy these? And I said, well, they're all made overseas, and right now with tariffs and shipping and waiting, it's best to just look for one that's for sale in the U.S. on the used market. He said, oh, well, do you know any of them up for sale? And I said, well, maybe. I said, a friend of the guy I bought Blaze from recently moved and decided to put his up for sale. I said, if you want, I can contact him, see if it's still available. And he said, oh, yeah, please do. So Saturday night, I contacted Jim Nielsen, the Flaming Eyeball, and asked if it was, in fact, still for sale. And he said, yes, it is. And he sent me his contact information. So I sent that over to Andreas. And then Sunday morning, about mid-morning, he texted me and said, man, I've talked to Jim. I've got a video call set up in a little bit. Are there any questions that I should ask? So we chatted a little bit, and he said, okay, thanks. Well, later that afternoon, he called me back and said, I have got a whole list of things from the video conference I want to go over with you. Could I call you? And I said, why don't you just come over? That way you can take a closer look at Blaze, because even though they're different, there's a lot of stuff that's similar, and we'll go over all your questions that way. He said, okay, when can I do that? I said, anytime. I can be there in 30 minutes. I said, come on. Well, he came over here, and it was about 2 hours. We went over all of the notes that he had taken during the video call. We went over all the systems on Blaze. He hopped in it. So, man, this is pretty cool. Well, the end result of all of that was Friday, he went to Tennessee. He purchased the DF XL that Jim was selling. He drove back home yesterday. He stopped by the house at about 7:15, and we stood out there for about an hour looking at it while it was in the truck. And went over to his house today and got the seat adjusted, got things cleaned up, and started learning the systems. He asked me to take it out first to see what I thought, and that was my first time ever riding a velomobile other than my Quattro Velo. And that DFXL rather, is quite a bit lighter than mine, and it accelerates a lot faster, and it was a pretty nice machine. It's a little snugger than mine, but at any rate. So this is the video. I'm going to start with pictures of him in my garage in Blaze, and then the pictures that he sent me from Tennessee and on his way home, and then finally video that we shot today while we were over there working on the DF and taking our first ride together. So hope you enjoy this, and thanks for watching. Okay, everybody, I want to introduce you to Alabama and probably the United States' newest velonaut.
There you go. Andre here. How you doing?
And he is going to show us his new ride, which at this point I think is still waiting for a name.
Yeah, I'm working on that. I got a few things in top of my mind, but Jim gave me something that someone has suggested, but kind of don't go in line with me, so I got to come up with something that when you see it, you'll know that's Andre going down the road for the most part. And I'm just stoked. I got here late last night, and I went to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning, messing around trying to get all this stuff organized. But I said, nah, let's go to bed tomorrow, start over again, and there it is. You know, the DFXL sitting waiting for me to get it all tuned up to go. But you know,
and boy, look at the haul that he got when Jim sold him this.
Jim told me I will not regret what I paid for it, and there's plenty of extras. And I think something like this is where you struck gold, because for a beginner, you won't have all this to begin with. You'll be shopping online and looking for specials or seeing where you can get it. You know, some of this stuff is overseas, possibly. Some of it is here. Down to the shoes. He gave me his shoes too, because they have clip-on pedals on there. I don't have all the names out right, but eventually I'll get to that point. But,
it's all part of the learning process.
That's right.
You are where I was a little over a year ago.
That's right. I even gave batteries to get going. I even got Bob's old heating pad there. That I never seen such a thing like that. This right here. So.
Oh, that'll make it nice for you when you ride.
Yeah. The only hit that I had driving down from Clarkville, Tennessee, with it when I went to visit my niece, was I lost a pad for the backing back here, but that's okay because I got an extra one somewhere around there on the floor.
Cool.
But yeah, ready to put my hands on it for sure. You know, so.
All right.
Let's see how far we get.
Well, let's get to it, because if the chain arrives and we get to that point, I brought the chain tools with me.
That's right. That's awesome. I guess first thing first is getting inside and getting that seat adjusted.
Yep, that'll be number one.
Yes, sir.
All right, boys and girls, you've seen it. Blaze, sitting out here in the sun, has now got a new buddy.
That's right.
And you are going to see us riding all around South Mobile County.
That's right.
So
stay
tuned. Watch out for us on the road. The dynamic duo is about to hit it.
That's right. Stay tuned.
Okay, we've been at it now, I don't know, about a half hour, and already got both front wheels off. Check the condition of the brake pads, they're good. Got the seat out so we can adjust it back. As the fellow that this was originally set up for was, I understand, about 5'3", and new owners considerably taller than that. 5'11". And getting the seat out was actually quite easy. Bolts go through right there, and in here, this is a really cool thing where you got the forward access hatch. Makes getting into the mountain drive a whole lot simpler. And that's one thing, we're going to have to slide that forward some and put an extension on the chain. And Andres is getting it all cleaned out nice and pretty. And man, without the seat in there, this is quite spacious. Got pretty good amount of room in the back. And that little doodad right there, this has got electronic shifting on it. So
We're good.
got all kinds of neat little pockets that Bob, the guy that Jim actually got this from, he was quite a craftsman. He has all kinds of little pockets and stuff that he made for it. So We are checking this out as we go and figuring it out. We've got the access hatch off in the back. This is just so freaking cool. And the adventure is just beginning. Okay, we are about ready for the first test ride. We got the wheels greased and back on. We got the seat repositioned. Andres is messing with batteries because this one's got a separate control panel, and he's trying to figure out what everything does. But it looks like here before too much longer we're going to be going down the road. Maiden voyage.
Turn that on. It's been a couple hours and we're at it. Larry's in the bike testing now. I was just in there. It seemed to fit right. Don't have to adjust too much the pedal crank as far as adding more chain, even though I did order 3 chains just in case. But by just moving and adjusting the seat back to the furthest position back, it dropped a little and it put me just at the right angle that I need to be for myself. And Larry is also in a comfortable position, and he also reached the pedals like me, so we might be the same height. You gotta look at
5'10",
and I'm 5'11", so we're not that far off. So we're just in the process of just tightening stuff up, putting stuff together a little bit, and maybe go for our maiden test drive. All right, see you in a run. Well, here goes Larry out of his garage, trying it out for me, making sure everything is kosher. Hang on, Larry, let me get down here and look at this, if it's gonna hit. You're good. You're good. Woo. About an inch off, but you're good.
Okay, well let me take this down real quick.
Yeah, you go ahead. First ride and mobile.
You want me to see if I can get it back up into the driveway?
Give it a shot. Were you able to shift?
No. Well, I'm able to shift the front, but not the rear.
Yep, you're fine. So, what you think, Larry? You want a 3-wheel or 4-wheel?
Well, the only thing I think we still need to look at is I want to something is clicking, and it could just be the. Okay, we're getting ready to take our first run. I just did a quick test run in the DF. It's interesting. It accelerates quite a bit faster than the Quattro Velo because it's quite a bit lighter. And right now Andres is he's getting his shoes on, and we're going to try and give us be his first ride and our first ride together, so we're going to see how that works out.